the video is long. I heard a beat.
Like it.
Yeah. Just turn the heater on upstairs. That's what it sounds like. I don't know.
No.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to America.
Hi. We are not in America.
Would you like some Patriot Band cigarettes?
Oh my God. I don't think anybody we knew listened to that podcast, actually.
The Thrilling Adventure Hour is a stunning array of great I was going to say comics. It's comics too.
Yeah, comedy. And it was comics after the fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, comedy. If you want old-time radio style feelings, the Thrilling Adventure Hour is a really good place to do that. Hi.
Hello.
How's it going?
I've had better days, but
this day was trash garbage.
We've made it through this trash garbage day. Oh, wait.
Everything is garbage.
Everything is garbage. Random person who we don't know.
Thank you.
Thank you, public domain man.
I love it so much.
For as all we know, public domain man.
Sure.
That's how that works.
Sure. Cool. Whatever.
All
right.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Variant Editions, a best of the week show where we talk about everything that we all watched and enjoyed this week, and that you all watched and enjoyed this week. If you're around and commenting, please pop up in the comments if you're around. If not, that is okay too. We do this one a little later than any of our other shows. So we got a lot to talk about this week. And by a lot to talk about, I mean we're going to talk about something weird and wild that we saw.
Oh, Eric says he thinks he talks to us more than he talks to his wife. I mean, maybe. I don't know. It depends on if you're working from home or not. We only ever talk to each other and nobody else. So I don't know how other conversations go.
Yeah, I guess we have a lot of in-store stuff happening, which really meters it out. But I know y'all work at a business that is not very at the desk.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll do a lot. Yeah.
No, we won't go through the entire day because all you need to know is people mocking us for them not wearing their masks and then walking away as if it's our fault.
Yeah, people were really persnickety today. You're not really wrong, Eric. We're streaming Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Fridays. We're taking Wednesdays off because Wednesdays is New Comic Book Day, and holy freaking heck, we're coming home and doing some streaming stuff. One of the reasons why we want to do streaming so often is because a lot of people don't get that in-store comics experience, and we're really trying to bring that to people. Yeah. So there's that.
Yeah. Plus the fact that a lot of folks, even if they get delivery from Brandon, I'm at the store, so they don't get to see me, and I'm going to pretend people want to see me too.
It is true. Eric says, your day sounded like my everyday I deal with some people I shouldn't be. Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, I completely I completely understand where you're coming from. Today it was a couple dudes who came to the door. When they came to the door, they pulled down their masks as they did it, which was weird. And then when I opened the door a little bit, I was like, "Hey, can I help you?" And they're like, "Yeah, I want to buy something." And I was like, "Well, okay. But you need to put your masks on." And then they're like, "No, that's fine." And they tried to pull the door open, which is how I end up closing the door and locking it.
Mm-hmm.
they got real mad, banged on the door, and then swung a bag that they had a glass bottle in, black plastic bag, which generally you find at liquor stores. Swung it at one of our big windows. Later that day, we had a dude who was full on smoking as he approached the door. Had his mask down. He's like, "Hey, are you guys closed?" I'm like, "No, but you need to have your mask on when you get in." And he laughed and was like, just let me in. I'm like, "No, you need your mask up and you have to have not a lit cigarette
in your hand.
In your hand." And he's like, "What? This isn't a lit cigarette." And I'm like, "You walked up here smoking. It is in your hand." He wasn't allowed in, and a bit of another thing happened, but that's a separate tale.
Yeah, it's not quite ours to tell. I had no power in that situation, so
And
it was involving
bad.
stupid people with no masks. So it's great. It's great times. I love it. Eric, no. Our back door is like heavy duty vault type door. So good luck.
Yeah, it's got some metal work on that back door.
I've always said, like, if we were ever robbed through there, I was like, well, then you deserve it, because that's hard. That's difficult. Like, okay, you get what you get, my friend, because you worked for it. Thankfully, we haven't had that happen, but that's why I joked about it.
Yeah, I will say we're not trying to tease that other bit of people.
No.
We're just basically doing our due diligence because it is not our building. And people were let in without some masks. We were as protected as we could be in that situation.
Oh yeah. I will say that I definitely said, after I asked where their masks were, and like 3 of them were like, "I don't have one." I'm like, loudly, "Well, I'll be back here."
Yeah.
Because I don't care about snark. Like, I can't afford to get sick.
Do not touch anything.
Yeah.
Nobody did.
No, it did, but they were like, their egos were touching everything.
Good Lord. Yeah, they were bad people. Anyways, have we told you about how we're not staying in that space? Because we are not.
We're so excited to not be there. Yay.
So that's definitely a thing that's happening.
Ugh, yeah. So yeah, we'll hopefully like have some news, obviously, over the next few months, and just let you know that when there's like official updates. But it looks like certain things are kind of clicking towards the proverbial in place. I'm not saying things are clicking into place.
No, 100%.
That's months and months in advance.
Yeah, we need to lock some things down before we can say like, hey, we absolutely know where we're going to be, where we're going. We just know that it's not going to be in our current space.
No, but it looks good for us. I mean, 2021 looks good for the business.
Yeah, so many things are lining up. Max is running around.
Max found the toy.
Max found a toy.
This is very cute.
He's been very big on a little dangly toy that's happening. It's been happening for years, but like currently it's just been his life.
Oh yeah, the last week. Oh my. He actually brings it with him to different floors because he'll find you.
Yeah, he's just basically like, "Hi, I brought this to you."
It's so cute.
It's very cute. But he's kind of doing it now because he's like, "Hi, y'all gonna play?" And y'all, we're not right now. We doing some streaming. So
I'll give him some patents.
That's fair. So one of the things we wanted to talk about this week, and something that we're going to put out to the room, basically.
Thankfully.
So yeah. I would accept a dead bird. I don't think he'd like it if I took it away from him.
No, I think he'd have to keep it.
I think it's basically like, see what I did? I did it good, right?
Yeah, he brought you a gift.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. Y'all can do with it what you will. And he'd be like, dope.
I'm gonna antagonize it at its near-death experience.
Yeah. Jim has done that with a mouse occasionally. Yeah. But what we're going to be talking about a little bit this week, and what we're probably going to be doing in general, is we found a free streaming service called Tubi, Danica's parents found a free streaming service called Tubi. If you have access to any kind of streaming service, even your phone, y'all got Tubi for free.
Yeah, it's TUBI, and because it's free, there are some hidden treasures on it.
It is one of the wildest things that I've ever encountered in my entire life.
Yes,
because
Eric. Woo!
It has a whole bunch of different shows, including things ranging from like freaking Titanic, one of the biggest movies of all time, which you're like, on a free streaming service? That's pretty weird. To like old television shows. Like you can watch
Doris Day.
Yeah, you can watch some Doris Day stuff. You can watch freaking Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis shows.
Yeah, they have some roasts.
Yeah, a bunch of the roasts, all kinds of stuff. And as Amanda is alluding to, how dare you besmirch Michael Caine like this? You can watch Michael Caine in a movie called Dear Dictator, where Michael Caine...
We will be smirching him shortly.
Where Michael Caine is basically Fidel Castro.
Yeah, it's wild. So, yeah, did you want to talk about that one first?
Yes.
Okay. So we are going through Tubi. We are adding weird and wild things to our queue.
Super wild things.
And we are finding things like, yes, Eric Beast Wars absolutely happened. Oh yeah, tons of old sci-fi, like not even B movies, like C movies, old sci-fi.
And you've been finding some freaking wild documentaries.
Okay, I'm super psyched because I like the innocent conspiracy theories. Obviously, not the anti-Semitic, because that is horrible.
Yeah,
and I don't think it needs to be said, but it does need to be said.
Yeah.
So, I like the harmless ones. So I found a whole bunch of documentaries about like aliens and Roswell, and I'm just like so pumped about watching my junk. I mean, it's like eye candy in which I will eat terrible food and fill my mind with garbage, because sometimes you just have to eat garbage. You have to commune with garbage.
You just have to commune with garbage.
Exactly. It speaks to me.
Yeah.
Because I too am garbage.
Everything is garbage.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. Reboot. Yes.
I was going to say, hit that like and subscribe. No.
Everything is garbage.
We're going to hit that garbage button is what we're going to do.
It's so good.
Yeah. All of Reboot is on Tubi.
Yeah. So I'm searching for some more CanCon. That's gotta be on there.
Absolutely.
But there, yeah.
For comic folks, Dan DiDio, who used to be basically running DC Comics, worked on Reboot. That's a weird connection for all y'all. It's pretty freaking wild. Eric says, I force myself to watch Netflix because I pay for it, but I spend way more time on Tubi.
Yeah.
Tubi feels like a secret discovery on our part.
Yeah, like, and the fact that we discovered it from my parents of all people. I'm just sure, okay. It was fun because I was going through. Oh, right, and they have Danger 5.
They have Danger 5.
We forgot about Danger 5.
So Danger 5 is one of the first season is one of the best shows that we've ever experienced. It's basically like a fake, weird kind of Thunderbirds era TV show where a giant eagle man tells his team to always try and kill Hitler. And remember, kill Hitler.
And don't forget to kill Hitler.
To kill Hitler.
And it's Australian. So so one of them is pretending to be an American. So we pronounce this is ours real good.
I'm here for Lady Liberty.
I love it so much because they're like in the 60s. So they hit like weird, it's like a mix of World War II and 60s tropes. And then the second season is 80s. It's like 20 years in the future for some reason. No one has changed. It's stupid. I love it. I love Danger 5. I think it's insanity. And I can't get enough.
Eric, it's not that I don't read your tweets. It's that my logarithm, logarithm does not read your tweets. So it doesn't pop those up in front of me. I'll try and do better on my own to try and look up your stuffs. I don't mean that in like a like oh you know like a oh no what are we gonna do? I genuinely do like your tweets and stuff. It's just man logarithms these days.
They don't let you see your friends.
Logarithms is math.
Oh yeah, I think I said logarithms earlier too when I meant algorithms.
Logarithms.
These
Logarithms
are
is
very
like
different. Do you mind looking on your phone if Cyber 6 is on Tubi? Because Amanda was wondering.
I truly don't think it is, but I will look that up.
We'll tell you. So
y'all talk about Dear Dictator.
Oh yes. Okay. Yeah, you should.
It's astounding.
Okay.
It's astounding.
Oh yeah, right. I was like not even midway through story. That's funny. So we're going through everything. We're adding so many things to our queue. And I see Michael Caine. And I'm like,
I'm sorry, what's he doing on Tubi?
I'm sorry. When did this happen? And I think it was like 4 years ago,
2017, I believe.
Yeah. So it has Michael Caine, Katie Holmes, and for the B-list characters, Seth Green and Jason Banks.
Seth Green as a dude who licks feet.
It was gross.
Sorry, a dentist who licks feet.
It was so bad. Anyway, so I spent this entire movie not quite knowing what to feel. The basic premise is
that's the whole movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I just said.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the basic premise is a teenager is supposed to have a pen pal, like or at least send a letter to someone she respects and admires. And because she is a rebel, she sends a letter to this dictator who is basically they gave him a Fidel Castro beard.
Yeah. He's totally Castro.
And so there's a montage of them. He actually writes back and he gives her one of his like armbands. And she's like, oh, that's really cool. That's actually kind of sweet. I'm a teen. And so there's a montage of them like writing letters and things are just getting worse and worse and worse for him because people are attacking the palace and he has to go into hiding. And so I'm not going to spoil more than this, but he literally shows up at her doorstep.
It's so good.
And they learn from each other.
It's really bad.
It's not
but
great.
It's really good.
But it's so good.
A few little bit of teasers. Michael Caine definitely ends up in a makeover scene.
Yeah, and by makeover we mean him walking back and forth in different outfits in a dressing room like this.
Like super in those scenes you can tell he is not into this at all.
No, I don't know why it happened, but I'm glad it did.
It's super good because he's like, I do not want to be here. His entire body language as a really good actor is like, I do not want to be here. It is super incredible to watch.
I think the best scenes were just him and I doubt she's a teenager, but him and the young actress. I think that's when he really shone because he was like, "Oh, I'm just talking to someone."
Yeah, and it's because he seemed to really enjoy sort of like connecting with somebody who wants to be into acting, and that was really cool. I do want to briefly mention when I looked up Cyber 6, I just started typing in Cyber. Cyber 6 is not there, but we have movies called Cyber Tracker, Cyber Seniors, Arson Mom.
Yes, we're saving that one. Oh my god, that sounds terrible.
Which we're adding to the list. After her husband strays, a cybercrimes cop becomes a single mom, but when she's blamed for a house fire that kills her son, the truth is beyond shocking. Arson Mom.
Oh, no.
2014. Cyborg X, The Wishmakers, and Devil's Domain. There's a whole bunch of Haunted UK. There's a whole bunch of weird stuff that comes up with There's a whole bunch of weird stuff that comes up when you type in the word cyber into Tubi.
I love this. I love Tubi.
So we're gonna end up starting something for the ones and tens of people who watch us.
Yes.
Either live or otherwise. I wanted to call it Tubi Tuesdays, but we don't watch them on Tuesday, and we don't
No.
stream it on Tuesday because it's our new release day when we were talking on Tuesday. But Tubi, being free, we all can watch a wild garbage show together.
Every week.
Exactly. Last week was a super weird despot Michael Caine moving to suburbia, a Cuban Michael Caine moving to suburbia, where all of his like
No, he's still English. That's the thing. Like he was not
that's
Cuban.
Exactly. That's the thing. All of the people that he was in charge of were definitely
Yes.
Hispanic of some range.
I think he was one of those dictators that was placed. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what the States does.
Well, and they basically, like they talked about how it was handed to him. He was like the grandson, more or
Oh,
less.
Right. Okay. Maybe he was like the grandson that went to British boarding school.
Like it
I
was
don't
super. It
know.
was super weird
I
in
didn't.
that it didn't like really make sense at all. It was maybe like, hey, British colonialism made this dictator? Question mark?
Yeah, there were definitely some like, British colonialism is bad, and I'm like, well, we know that. I'm like, oh, murder is also bad. Well, okay, we know that too, but thanks for that.
It's a super weird movie. I really highly suggest everybody watch it.
I do. Fair warning though, there's a couple content warnings where there's just writing that, oh hey, Nerd Crusade, hello.
We were gonna watch y'all earlier, but this day was a weird nightmare, and we
Yes.
got here really late, and so we just ate instead.
Yes. So we were with you in spirit, and we will catch up with the show later.
Definitely, y'all, before our Thursday show, Nerd Crusade starts at 8, and they talk about all pop culture. We mostly talk about like comics and such, but they hit up video games and all kinds of stuff. Really, really entertaining, and we really like them.
Yeah, like they pay attention to so much more pop culture than
my
we ever
goodness.
have time for,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
I
yeah.
hugely respect because there's so much stuff they like on their shows, and I'm like, really? That's a thing? Cool. I am learned.
Ding ding. The one true Andrew says there's only 3 viewers on and 2 commenting. There's a few more because we aggregate it on a whole bunch of different different streaming services. So you might be seeing a couple people, but we stream a lot of places. So yeah.
But we appreciate the comment, honestly. Like
Exactly.
that's kind of how we know you're here. So thank you.
Yep.
Because like we have the numbers for who's watching, but we don't know who's watching.
Exactly. And I just like, man, I super really want to be able to watch and or do a thing on Tuesday. So I could
Yes.
Good times Tuesday.
I know we have to think of a Thursday thing because they're both T words, but it doesn't work.
No,
So
like Tubi Thursday still works ish, but it doesn't hit the song.
Tubi. Ow, ow, ow.
Get her.
What the hell?
Max's cousin problems. He headbutt my knee,
No.
but then I think he kind of like bit Danica's dress because she's got a string on it.
Well, and he clawed my thigh. It really hurt. Ow.
He gonna attack because it got a string.
Yeah, well, the string's under my leg, so he can F off. I love my boy, but not right now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So highly suggest watching Tubi. If you want to discuss a movie with us next week, we are going to be watching a movie called Avengers Grimm. Do you want to describe this bonkers movie?
I do. So going into Avengers Grimm from 2015, we found so much what we like to call grandma bait, where it looks like the Avengers movie, but it's not quite the Avengers movie.
And so if your grandma's at Walmart, she might just buy it for you because she knows you're into comics.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or into this movie. Oh, I heard about this Inglorious Bastards.
Yes, exactly. Whoa. I hope your grandma doesn't buy you. Well, I don't know. Maybe she's a cool grandma.
There was a couple different versions because they were spelled differently.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Good times. Grandma bait.
All right. So we lovingly say that because there's some comics too that we've gotten requests from over the years, and it's like, that's very sweet. So the 2015 classic, we will be watching Avengers Grimm. The premise: when Rumpelstiltskin destroys the magic mirror and escapes to the modern world,
Ooh.
the 4 princesses of Once Upon a Time, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, and Rapunzel, are sucked through the portal too. Well trained and endowed with magical powers, the 4 women must fight Rumpelstiltskin and his army of thralls before he enslaves everyone on Earth.
Hell yeah.
This is so much of everything.
Yeah. We're going to talk about that next week on our Thursday show. If you want to watch it in between then, we will be watching it on Monday, let's say 5 p.m.
Yeah, we could do that.
We
Absolutely.
might tweet some stuff out. We might not, truly.
Yeah. And if it's good, we'll watch the sequel, Avengers Grimm Time Wars.
Time Wars.
2018. I'm so excited.
See you, Eric. Thank you.
Oh, bye. Thanks for coming. Yeah, no, I'm so psyched.
Super excited for all of this hot garbage trash. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So like we have our nice mix of things that we're interested in, and then we have a wider mix of things that we're like, this is gonna be fun to talk about.
And one of them, because we spent our little mini break holiday watching all of the Fast and the Furious movies, is called Fast and Furious.
Right.
From way the hell back in the day.
I think it was the 40s.
Yeah, it's super weird. I'm super excited to add another video movie to our Fast and Furious watch. You might have to look that up on Tubi is what you might need to do. It says Cardi B is in Fast and Furious 9.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Sorry, I scrolled down to the top stories and yeah, I'm going to go to IMDb, but that's amazing. Okay, IMDb. I'm all for Cardi B being in everything. She's great.
Nerd Crusade says one of our hosts watched One Night in Miami as part of our DHM initiative. Heck yeah.
All right. So this will be a future to be not Tuesday. Fast and Furious 1939. Rare book dealers Joel and Garda take a summertime sorry, I just knocked over a box. I saw that happening and I couldn't stop it.
That's pretty great.
Take a summertime jaunt to the seashore, where he becomes involved in a beauty pageant as investor and judge, much to her chagrin.
Heck yeah.
I am
Fast
so
and Furious,
that.
baby.
It's always been about hijinks.
All about hijinks, all about family.
Yes. If someone says the word family, it is an official prequel.
Yeah. Super excited about all of this. Tubi is amazing. It is free, and that's why we are starting our initiative of every Thursday we're going to talk about a weird Tubi movie. Next week is Avengers Grimm, because comics ? But also not at all.
There's also a Thor one, so please expect that in the future.
Yeah. There's a couple Thor ones. There's a couple weird Thor ones. So that's going to be our and they style them. Yeah. The graphic design is just like, it's Avengers, definitely. Winka, 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 winka.
Very much so. Like, if you don't look at it closely, you wouldn't know, right? If you were like 90 and being like, I don't know, my grandkid likes comics?
Yeah.
Or if you just see a picture this big on Tubi, you kind of go, no, that's not. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, folks, I promised folks on Tuesday that I would explain what Archie Andrews has to say about dating.
Oh my God. No.
And I will definitely give you the goods here live. So in there's 4 stories basically, because it does sort of the traditional Archie story length in shenanigans. In the first story, Archie is trying to take Veronica to I love this restaurant name, El Expensivo. Sorry, I did that wrong. El Expensivo. And his car breaks down because, of course, it does. Reggie says, "Oh, I'll help you out. I'll drive you to the nearest mechanic." takes him there and then leaves him and then goes on the date with Veronica. There's no actual guide to dating there. It's just shenanigans. But Archie does end up explaining to Moose how to date women, and he calls it the Lips program.
No, what?
Yeah. Now, this is weirdly progressive. However, it is progressive in the way that Archie's like, here's how to pick up women.
Uh-huh.
So, L, listen.
Oh, we're spelling.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, lips.
Listen to what they're saying. Right?
That sounds difficult. I don't know if I can do that.
Actual good advice. Inquisitive.
Oh.
When they're talking, ask questions about what they're saying.
So
Be
listen
interested.
to what they're saying, but also ask questions about this is very complicated.
Be positive.
Hmm.
So as they're explaining things might be bad, but maybe exude a positive situation to them.
Okay. All right.
And then S, be sweet. Be kind to them and be attentive. This is actually good advice.
Okay, yeah. I was making fun of it, but I'm like, oh, it would be nice if he followed his own advice.
Yeah. He's like, this is how I get all the ladies. And I'm like,
So you get the
okay,
two
this
ladies.
is where this breaks down. Well, and it includes Cheryl there as well.
Yeah.
This is how he
and
gets all the ladies. And I'm like, I mean, this is good advice in general. However, he's just like, and that's how I like date every woman on Riverdale.
yeah, and who's the third girl in the Pussycats? I've forgotten her name.
Josie.
No, Josie is the first girl.
Well, he
Melody's
dated her too.
What? Oh my god.
Melody.
No. I remember. Okay, sorry. I should have
Valerie.
specified. Thank you.
There you go.
Sorry, I should have specified. I really realized.
Who's the third girl in Josie?
Well, Josie is never the. Why would Josie be your choice?
Well, because that was the last person he dated on Riverdale.
Okay, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, like, if someone came up to you on the street and was like, "Who's the third girl in Josie and the Pussycats?" You wouldn't say Josie. She's
No, that's fair.
first.
In the third story, Reggie ends up accidentally booking two ladies at one night, and he's like, Archie, you know how this works. Help me out. It doesn't end well.
Yeah, Reggie would never ask Archie for advice. This is canon.
Yeah, no, he does, because he's just like, this is the last person I'd like to ask. However, I know he's been into a lot of shenanigans before.
Mhm.
So you know how this works. Please help. And then the last story,
Okay.
Dilton's like, I don't know how women work. Please help me. And then Archie goes on 3 disastrous dates, and Dilton leaves being like, look, I'm pretty sure I know about more about dating women than you do. Which is amazing.
True.
So
Aw.
Archie's Guide to Dating,
Oh.
there's weirdly a small chunk of good advice in here. Listen, be inquisitive,
Mhm. Be positive.
be positive,
Be sweet.
and be sweet and supportive, I would say.
Yeah.
They didn't say that. However,
I think that's
the-
part of the positive.
exactly, the caveat is don't use it as a pickup. Use it as a general life goal.
Pretend you're talking to an actual human being.
Pretend.
Yeah. Oh, guys like Archie, IRL, yeah, they have to pretend they're talking to an actual human being. And if you fake it, you make it. Because eventually women are like, right, okay, so you're actually talking to me. Cool.
Mhm.
You finally got the basic level. Anyway,
Love it. All right. We're going to talk about some past picks. We're going to talk about our best of the week,
yeah.
the things that we loved the most.
Okay, best of the week first or past picks first? I'm confused.
Past picks first, because you anchor it. You anchor it with the things that
All
are craving the
right.
most.
My media maven over here.
Yeah.
I like you a lot.
Oh, I really like you too.
Oh,
That's a good thing that we're married.
whew, that's a relief. Can you all believe it'll be 10 years in October?
Yeah. Since
Yeah.
our first date.
First day.
Well, not our first date. Since when we were official boyfriend,
Yes.
girlfriend.
which was like 3 weeks after our first
It was
date.
very, very quickly afterwards.
It was,
I would tell you the story, but we should not tell you
No.
that story.
it was a short courting.
Yeah, very
Yes.
much so.
Yes. All right. So, for anyone who was watching Tuesday, I did mention this book, and that's part of the reason I picked it. And if you weren't, that's okay too, because I'm gonna tell you all of the things. So, for my past pick, I picked Primer.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's one of DC's graphic novels for kids.
Mhm.
So it is all ages.
All ages, baby.
And I always say this because some adults are still like, I don't know, I don't read kids' books. All ages means all ages.
Yeah.
You
it
might
means
enjoy
for
this.
you.
Yeah, for y'all.
Points
Y'all,
to camera, still getting used to how it reverses
Yeah.
where I'm at.
it's y'all ages.
Y'all ages.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very central Alberta. It's y'all ages.
It's y'all ages, baby.
I really want to call books y'all ages now.
All right.
Maximum.
Oh, hi, Max.
How are you doing?
Oof. All right. Whoa, not the buttons. Okay.
Yeah.
Not the soundboard.
It's
All
good
right.
he's
No,
not
no,
pressing
dude,
these soundboards.
it's
It's
okay.
fine.
Okay. All right. Okay, I'll put the book down because his butt is in the way. Primer introduces a brand new superhero with a colorful array of superpowers. Oh, perfect. Okay. Thank you, Max. All right. How's that?
I'm scratching him off screen.
Okay. Ashley Rayburn is an upbeat girl with a decidedly downbeat past. Her father is a known criminal who now sits in federal prison, but still casts a shadow over Ashley's life. Ashley has bounced from foster home to foster home and represents a real challenge to the social workers who try to help her, not because she's inherently bad, but because trouble always seems to find her. Ashley's latest set of presumably short-term foster parents are Kitch and Yuka Nolan. Like Ashley, Kitch is an artist, while Yuka is a geneticist working for a very high-level tech company that's contracted to work for the government and the military. And it's Yuka's latest top-secret project that has her concerned. Whoa, this is a lot longer than I thought. Sorry.
There's a lot there. Yeah.
I'm almost done. Developed for the military, it's a set of body paints that, when applied to the wearer, grant them a wide range of special powers. Fearful that this invention will be misused, Yuka sneaks the set of paints home. I can do this. Ashley comes home from school one day with her new friend Luke and, thinking the Nolans have purchased a surprise gift for her upcoming birthday, finds a set of paints. It isn't long before she realizes that she stumbled upon something much bigger and a lot more dangerous. Although she uses her newly discovered powers for good, it's not long before the military becomes wise to what happened to their secret weapon. And this spells big trouble not only for Ashley, but for her newfound family and friends as well.
Nice. Smart.
Yeah.
I loved this book. I thought it was brilliant. And it's happening more and more. This
Mhm.
was like one of the first times that DC was like, this is a new superhero. This is a
Completely
new
new.
character.
Exactly.
And so obviously it felt fresh.
And we wanted to bring it up because we were talking about weird superpowers that we would have. And I started talking about all my weird pens, and it was probably like a radioactive pen that I would do and have different colors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. And then I was like, oh, like Primer.
Yeah, exactly.
And I wanted to explain what Primer was.
Heck yeah.
So she's a rad lady.
So that's real cool. I'm sticking with the all ages thing with our past pick and doing Aster and the Accidental Magic. For folks who have seen Hilda on Netflix or read the books, I call it a reverse Hilda. It's basically a young girl who goes, hey, Brazil.
Oh, wow.
Very cool. It's about a young girl who moves from the city to the country, whereas Hilda moves from the country to the city. And there's a lot of wild mythological stuff that happens that's sort of a very presented very magical realism style for the younger set. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. If you haven't watched Hilda on Netflix, if you haven't experienced it in a graphic novel, I highly suggest it. As it says here, quiet birds, nature. That's what Aster expects when her parents move their whole family to the middle of nowhere. It's just her, brackets, status, super bored. Her mom and dad, status, super busy with science. And her brother, status, has other plans and magic, question mark, maybe the middle of nowhere will be more interesting than Aster thought. It is incredibly, incredibly well done. And one of my absolute favorite books to suggest to young readers. It has a sense of exploration and this joy that is just infectious. And I really love putting this into people's hands. Super, super great. Great.
Brilliant.
I've also been watching a little bit of the modern DuckTales. So got that David Tennant, Scrooge McDuck. Great.
Yeah, exactly. No, I love it. That show's awesome. All right. So my pick of the week. All right. So I made
It's spooky.
Oh yeah. Is anybody surprised? No.
One True Andrew.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yes.
And a book called Runaway Princess. If you're all caught up on all of that stuff, that's your next goal, is to just sort of offshoot there.
Mhm.
They're both by Red House Graphic. Just super outstanding and incredible. The Runaway Princess especially is a little bit interactive. It was one of my favorite reads as a person. And very cool. We've got a comment here. It looks like a great book. The advertisement was good. Thank you so much.
Oh.
Yeah, we try and I don't know, we try and build in our excitement with our recommendations. Because
Yes.
yeah, they're all books that we're actually really excited about.
Yeah. And just in case anybody has already read Aster and the Accidental Magic, there's actually going to be a book 2.
Yeah, baby.
It's called Aster and the Mixed Up Magic, and it's out early March.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So
I'm so excited to read that.
He's very excited. I love it. I love it. All right. So my next one, it's an issue 4 of a series, which is kind of weird when you first think about it. But the reason I'm doing this is because it's the end of the arc. And while I don't have a date for the collection yet, I would definitely urge you to check into it.
Heck yeah.
All right. So this is called Scarenthood, which I think is a brilliant title on its own, honestly. All right. With their kids away on a field trip, a group of parents disturb an ancient evil buried underneath the old church hall, unearthing a decades-old mystery about a missing child and inviting something hungry into their lives. Suddenly, their mornings go from playdates and peanut allergies to a battle for the souls of one broken family, and one child in particular. It's amazing.
Rad.
I love it.
I was going to say, this was one that Danica read every week, day of.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen with us because we have to read a lot of stuff.
I know. So like, in a really weird way, I'm like, okay, only 4 issues. Good. Because if it's an ongoing, I usually just drop off. And I hate to say that, like, it's not that the quality goes down. I just don't have time. So this one, I was so thankful for. Even as a non-parent, you can really get involved in these characters. Like, you don't have to have kids. You just have to care about, humans.
Absolutely. One True Andrew says, "Oh, my fave, Scarenthood."
Yes. Thank you.
Right up there with Space Bastards. I did not actually get a chance to read Space Bastards 2, but yeah, it's a fun, weird, dirty space book.
It is very much the title, which is delightful.
Yo, welcome to Space Bastards. We're a dirty space book. And it is.
It is. I'm really glad you enjoyed Scarenthood. I hope that the way it ends, it says end of book 1. Now, I don't know sales numbers. I haven't been paying attention to like the grand total.
And they really haven't been releasing that stuff this year.
So my hope is that they do have enough numbers for a book 2, because I think it would be brilliant. Like the first arc was just tight. It was great 4 issues, and then they opened it up to something new. And I'm there.
And I know Big Bang in Ireland has been selling the heck out of it because the creator behind it is very Irish.
Yes, and the characters are Irish.
Heck yeah. And men, they hustle, they sell books, they almost single-handedly can make sure a series can continue because they are freaking awesome people and human beings, even though they are dealing with a lot of the garbage stuff behind Brexit.
Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine what comic stores are going through right now.
Yeah, there
And-
was a whole thing on Sketched
Oh,
where they
yeah.
talked to Big Bang specifically. I think it might be still public to everybody.
Yeah.
SKTCHD.com. If you kind of search for Brexit on there, you will find it. And oh my goodness, the things that they're going through.
I think I actually did read that one.
Yeah.
I missed out on some that you were quoted in
Mhm.
because you did one that was like a recap of 2020.
Yeah, I was part of a bunch of retailers who were talking about how 2020 went for all of them.
Bit of a digital roundtable.
Yeah. And I was also footnoted as having one of the best answers. But ding, because I requested specifically a Daniel Bryan gif and quoted Sum 41.
Yeah. What's his name? David?
David Harper. Yeah.
David Harper adores you.
He's amazing people.
He is.
He does the best long form comics journalism out there right now.
Mhm.
And not an exaggeration, he does the best long form comics journalism out there right now. He recently did and got a whole bunch of new subscribers from it. A deep dive into Secret Wars from Jonathan Hickman and Esad Ribic. How it came about, what the story was, how it was almost a Fantastic Four arc. And
Really?
yeah, and all kinds of stuff. It is absolutely fascinating. I highly recommend paying a little bit of a subscription fee to Sketched to get all kinds of amazing information about comic books.
In this day and age, I think that anytime you can give money to a journalist, I think you should.
Absolutely.
No matter what they're doing, because more money into journalism, especially independent journalism, the better.
Yeah. And my pick of the week is going to be Radiant Black #1 from Image Comics from Kyle Higgins and Marcelo Costa. It is a great new superhero book in independent vein about a young man who goes back to his old hometown and stumbles upon a little bit of powers. There's a larger thing at play here, as is referenced at the end, but it is basically sort of like a what if Spider-Man, except more depressed, gets space powers.
More depressed than Spider-Man.
Exactly.
That's
more
hard
depressed
to do.
than Spider-Man. Because Spider-Man does sort of have this inherent like, but my life's pretty good though.
Yeah.
And so it's sort of like a modern age millennial kind of style Spider-Man where it's sort of like the difference between like older folks who are like, I'm 30 years young, and we're like, we're nearly dead when we're 30. It's sort of like that mix where Spider-Man is this like, I'm 30 years young, whip. And this hero is just like, I'm nearly dead and I just got superpowers. I'm gonna die here in my small hometown.
Yeah, I think the character's like 30 or 31 even. I think they mention it. But yeah, I think he's quite young.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything is garbage.
That's his theme.
Oh, we might be overusing that, but I love it so much.
It's so good. I love it. What's this button do again?
I am in incredible pain.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Oh my gosh. We love and respect Captain Holt. All right.
Whoever that is.
Really? Well, whatever. That's fine. Are we gonna mention?
No, this
that's
is
for
more of a
you?
thing that I'm reading later. Yay!
Okay. Yay. Secret.
Ooh. What will it be? I might talk about it later.
Yeah, totally. Like after you've checked it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I am excited. I'm happy.
Mhm.
What's next?
I think that's it.
Okay, good.
Because we got through our best ofs.
Yes, we did. And we got through describing our day and Tubi.
Yeah. Folks, if you want to join us for Goodbye Tubi, not Tuesdays, because you don't have to watch it on Tuesday. Y'all can watch at some point over the next week Avengers Grimm on Tubi. Tubi is free. Y'all just get it on your devices. If you're in the States, I believe it's called Pluto. And we can kind of go from there. Yeah. So yeah, we're ending this show. Thank you all for watching.
You
Please-
will see Brandon on Friday, our
Hell
next video at 3
yeah.
p.m. for Go FOC Yourself.
It's gonna be great. Thank you all for watching on all of our various streaming that we have right now. It's all of everywhere. Definitely check that out. Basically, Go FOC Yourself is like, hey, we're gonna tell you about what you need to order before Sunday, and we will get that for you into your faces. Amanda says, thank you for hosting. Oh, that's
Oh.
very nice.
Thank you.
We do love doing this, and we do love hanging out with you. That's how we hang out with people.
Yes. Even though we do see people at the store still, this feels more like hanging out, even though we're still talking comics
Exactly.
and also not seeing people. I don't know how,
Yeah.
but it feels like we're actually hanging out.
It's a nice calm, and we love to do it. So thank you so much for that. Y'all are super great, and we love you lots, and we will all talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Bye.
Have a good night.